All right, so today we are going to be making pork sausage and pepper stromboli for dinner. I have a little sous chef over here, Gianna. You want to wave? So she's going to be helping me. So the first thing that we need to do, so we have our oven preheated to 425.
And that makes it extra hot.
It makes it extra hot. So Gianna is going to help me cut up. Why don't we start off with one bell pepper? You can pick whatever color you want.
Like we have red, orange, and yellow.
All right, so you pick while I chop up some garlic. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I've made my decision. I'm doing
cloves of garlic.
Do a red.
She's gonna do a red bell pepper. Hold on.
I'm start cutting.
Hang on. Let me just chop the top off for you.
So you're not gonna get me see it to cut because my mom says I cannot be inside this video because it's kind of her thing and mine. But okay, so we're like chefs. And okay, so she's gonna be showing you how to cut garlic.
All right, you cut up the bell pepper. Can I show you how we need it cut?
Yes,
okay.
You may.
All right, I'm gonna.
Chef Mama.
Okay.
Kidding.
Lots of personality in this kitchen.
It's like I'm very silly, but I'm a really good kid.
You are a good kid. I just had a parent-teacher conference with Gianna's teacher today, and she said that Gianna is doing really well in school.
And I am 7 years old.
Yes, and she's very kind, and she does very well at like math and writing. Except what did your teacher say? Your teacher said that you need to slow down.
I like have to like slow down because sometimes I just like get bored of like doing all this writing, and I put like capitals and all that. Fingers, so okay. Like. Yeah, it's like
so can you cut them up like this? We're gonna dice our red peppers so that they're like this.
Yes.
So Gianna's gonna do that for me.
And it's like I'm not gonna be perfect, but like this is how we did it. It's
good job.
Like slow this.
Good job.
It's not gonna be my thing's not gonna be very perfect, but
it's okay. You know what?
It's kind of big chops, but
they just need to be able to fit. So when the next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to cook some sausage, and we're gonna have to chop it up a little bit, and so that it fits in the pizza crust thing that we've got, the pizza dough.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to make it small enough so that we can roll it up. Okay.
Yeah. So like, what she's trying to tell you is like, we don't want it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll make it.
But we need it small.
Yeah, and besides, we're facing this on a video, and this is my mom's first time.
Actually, I made another video when you guys were upstairs doing your Pokemon
cards.
Yeah,
wait,
I did.
My mom is cuckoo banana cakes.
Do you remember when I made the jalapeno popper chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were upstairs. You and your brother were upstairs doing the Pokemon cards.
Mom, can I get pomade, please?
No.
Why? That's it.
All right, little miss was going a little cuckoo, so we had to take a little pause.
I went daddy cuckoo, daddy cuckoo.
All right, so we have our garlic chopped up.
I'm still cutting the peppers, but that's fine.
That's fine. So did you have a good day today?
Yeah, I had a great day.
Yeah? Did you get pasta for lunch today?
Yep.
Did you get both sauces or just one sauce today?
I got one sauce.
Yeah? What was the shape of the pasta today?
Slides.
Slides?
I might know, they were little clovers.
Oh.
Okay.
For
Leprechaun Day?
For St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah, wait, what's St. Patrick's Day mean?
That's coming up on Monday, I think. So it gets we're all green. It's
Mom, may you please order something that I would like you to order?
You have plenty of stuff.
No. A leprechaun hat.
A leprechaun hat. We can make you one. All right, so while Gianna is cutting up the bell peppers, I'm going to show you we made a Tuscan Heat spice sauce, or Tuscan Heat spice blend, not sauce, but this is what it looks like.
It won't be too spicy. It just like gives it a little flavor.
Yeah. So we put there's cayenne pepper, garlic, rosemary, oregano, basil, and some fennel in here. In this recipe that we're making tonight, it was a HelloFresh recipe, but we just kind of like changed things up a little bit. So we've got that, and that's going to go in when we saute up some sausages. So we've got some Italian sausage.
My mom actually taught me how to do sauteing. I love sauteing. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I also loved cooking, and my birthday was in a cooking place because I really wanted to do cooking because I love cooking. So we made brownies, and I got the most ice cream, and also we got to make our little mini pizzas.
Yeah, you did. What shape was your pizza?
My shape was a heart. It was since they gave us some time to like make our own, and mine had a candle and none of the mouses because of course mine has a candle. It's my birthday.
The brownie had a candle. They put 2 candles in it actually, right?
Yeah, 2. Am I allowed to tell them when my birthday is?
No.
What?
So we're just gonna put this spice blend in a little container just because, quite honestly, I use it often. So we're gonna put that in a little container here. We're gonna set it off to the side. Okay, so while Gianna is cutting,
I'm done.
Oh, she's done. So next we are actually going to saute up the sausage, bell peppers, and a little bit of garlic in a pan. So we'll take you over there in a second. All right, so we're over here at the stove. We've heated up a little bit of olive oil and some garlic in the pan right now. Not a lot.
And we're gonna show you how to like saute. We have, and my mom cut up a little bit of orange pepper.
Yes. So, Gianna, do you wanna get the bell peppers in there?
Yeah. Please. So we're just gonna
Let's
like
get it in the pan.
like slide. And I'm gonna like scrape it.
Yeah. There we go.
We
You want to put that in the sink for me, please?
I'm gonna go put this inside the sink.
Yep. Go ahead.
But I'm gonna get my face in there.
Go ahead. Go put it in the sink.
But I'm gonna get my face in there.
All right, so we're gonna saute this up a little bit. And we're also going to we've got some sweet Italian sausage. So we're
it's
gonna
not gonna be spicy.
It's not gonna be super spicy, but we're gonna get these guys in there.
Because we just don't want them to be like cold because we do not want cold dinner.
Okay, so we're gonna cook this up. We're gonna kind of smush up the Italian sausage so that we get
So we do
little
not get like
pieces.
big clumps because they'll get like stuck together and then it'll be,
Well,
like,
if we
harder.
have big clumps, how are we gonna roll it up,
Yeah,
right?
it's like if you cannot roll it up, then that's like then you can't really make it. And then you cannot make that and then you make your food because you messed up.
Well, you know what I say, Jay? What do I always say? When we're cooking, it's not like exact, right? So we just kind of go with the flow, right? If you're baking, you do have to measure though, because that's like very precise. But cooking, you kind of just cook from the heart, right? Remember, what do we say? What do we do when we're measuring?
All right, measure with your heart.
Measure with your heart, kiddo. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of chip, chop this up. You can chop this up in a minute,
So,
okay? It's very hot.
Now my mom's gonna give this to me so I can like chip chop because then she's gonna like get the other ingredients all like ready.
Well, there's not really too many more ingredients that we
Yeah.
need to get ready. You know what we're going to do? We are going to put some of that Tuscan Heat spice blend that we made. We're going to put that in here. Do you want to grab the little container for me? And we can maybe put a little bit in here?
Like when I can.
Well, why don't you get the little spoon that we were mixing with, and then we can kind of do that. Okay, so why don't you put a couple spoonfuls in here? Just make sure that you get it in the pot, okay? Why don't you put another one in there? Okay. In the pot.
Oh, no.
That's okay. All right, good enough. All right, so we put about
Like two
a
two
tablespoon?
scoops.
2 scoops. I mean,
Mom, can I do it?
Yes.
The Jack could do it.
all right, so here you go.
So now I'm gonna take over for her. Now we do not want it to stay inside the same spot, but we do not want it to be on the side.
We don't want it to burn, right?
Yeah. And
No.
besides, if we do not want it to get all over the stove.
Yeah.
Because then that makes more of a mess for my mom to clean up. And then how will we focus on dinner?
Yeah.
And besides, the boys are out.
Yes. So my husband and my son went to go get their hair cut. So we are cooking dinner while they are out.
Yeah, and besides, when they get home, they're probably going to be like hungry for.
They will be hungry.
Yeah, but we just want to like show this video to people because I think my mom just wants to be like, my mom's excited. And she's like has a big smile.
So do you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my son won't eat this, like I said, because he doesn't eat meat. He actually had noodles and butter for dinner, so, I mean.
And he does not like.
He was happy.
He does not like try a lot of stuff, but because we're going to Puerto Rico, like in June, and I'm really excited. My brother's got this scared to go on the plane, but since he thinks that we're gonna get lost, but
we'll be okay.
He said that we're gonna hold hands, so now he feels a little better.
Yeah. So here, can I just chip chop a little bit? I was actually saying though, you like to try a lot of new things. You try new things, right? Huh? At least you will try stuff. You didn't try my chicken the other night though.
I don't have to try everything.
I know.
No.
Alright, so we're going to let this cook up a little bit. Basically, this is going to be our filling for our strombolis. The next thing that we're going to do is we'll roll out some pizza crust, and I just bought some Pillsbury pizza crust. I bought...
So my mom in here, what she's trying to tell you is we're like going to smoosh it up. Because we cannot have crust being like mushy and like big like in the cylinder. That's like one line. Wait, how did the boys on that?
No.
Yeah?
I did sneeze though. I'm trying to see if my husband and my son are home.
Hold on, the video. Did it catch me?
I don't know, Jay.
And I did walk across the hall. Did it catch my face?
I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we're going to actually let this cook up, and then we'll bring you back once we've got our pizza dough rolled out, and this is cooled down just slightly. All right, well, Gianna ran off, so I'm going to continue here. So we're going to take a little bit of cream cheese, and we're going to put that in there with probably like this much. And plop that guy in there. A little bit more. Right. And we're going to add a little bit of water as well. I didn't measure, but I want to say this is probably like, I don't know, like a quarter cup of water. We're going to mix that in there and just kind of wait until it gets, the cream cheese melts. And it gets coated. Lost my sous chef there, but she is very talkative, as you can tell. She's got a lot of personality. And she's also very excited to be making some videos with me coming up. She does a really good job with like baking and doing stuff like that. She has a real interest for it. So we'll do that. She's been going so crazy today since she got home from school. They do like half days on Wednesdays so that teachers can do like parent-teacher conferences. So she's been going nuts since she got home. I think being inside, so much energy built up. All right, so this is done. It's not done here, so we're gonna turn the heat off. And I'm just gonna let this cool down a little bit because it's really, really hot, and we are going to be, we're going to be putting it in like some pizza crust. So I'll bring you over. Back over here. So actually what we do need to do is we're going to melt some butter. We're going to make like a garlic butter. So there's 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to use the remaining garlic we had. Actually, you know what? First, I have a better idea. I'm going to melt this down a little bit in the microwave. I'm going to put it in for about, I don't know, 20 seconds to melt, to just like soften the butter. Right, so we've got our butter, and it kind of melted a little bit, but that's okay. We're good to that. We're going to add our garlic. We like a lot of garlic in this house. My husband is Italian, so like the more garlic, the better. I remember I had made pesto because we had some fresh basil over the summer, and I was making pesto like crazy, and I had to warn everybody that I gave the pesto to. I was like, it's super garlicky, so just beware. All right, we're just gonna mix this up. And I think we're gonna put some of that Tuscan Heat spice in there as well. We'll see if G rejoins us. My little chatterbox. Let's get another little spoon because things kind of tend to settle. I got my kids' color changing spoon here. They love these spoons to eat ice cream with. I think this one changes to purple when it gets cold. So we're gonna put a little bit of this Tuscan Heat spice on there. Not much, just kind of that much. A little sprinkle. I think that looks good. All right. So I do have a baking sheet here. It does say to oil it, so let's put a little bit of oil in this. No, I had a fancy bottle of oil and I just refilled it with some regular olive oil. I like to go to those little specialty like oil and vinegar shops. We go to Newport often, and they have a really good shop there. So we go there when we need to restock. Okay, so I've got our pizza dough here. It's thin crust pizza dough. So I think what we're gonna do, I'm wondering if maybe I've got this one and then I've got this other crescent dough sheet. So maybe we'll do this one as well. We'll make 2 today. I started opening this and then I realized that the pizza dough and this dough is a little bit different. I think the pizza dough can go in at like a higher temperature. Okay, so we are going to sprinkle some mozzarella cheese and kind of do that. And we're kind of just going to spread it around. We're going to stay away from the edges. I think that we need to keep it towards the center. Okay. My kids like to do a lot of make your own pizzas for dinner. So I usually get a pack of like the plain naan bread, and then we put like pizza sauce and cheese, and my son likes to have ranch and pepperoni and cheese. Weird combination, but he loves it, so we go with it. Okay, now we're gonna put some of this Stromboli filling into this. Let me just clean up my work area a little bit because I've got a lot of things going on here. Okay. So we're gonna bring our pot over here. Can't see it, it's off camera, but we're gonna start scooping up some of that filling right into the middle. Like this. It's not very exact and precise, but it looks good. Made this before and it was a big hit. Then when you're done, you can just kind of like dip it in some marinara sauce, whatever kind you like. Okay. Okay. This is why Gianna was telling you that you need to do it small, to cut the pieces small. All right, so we've got this, it's looking like this. And I believe you just kind of like roll it up. So fingers crossed, wish me luck. Let's roll this guy up here. Okay. We're just gonna roll. We'll roll and like pray that it comes out good. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, this is looking really big. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the other the other can just popped. Scared me. Okay. Doesn't take much to scare me, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna roll it up like this and then tuck the ends like so. So you got this little kind of ball here, I guess. I don't know, the bottom's kind of like opening up, ripped a little bit. So let's try and, I'm gonna just try and pinch this to make sure that it's all sealed. And I've got my pan here. It's got a little bit of olive oil on it. I am just going to try, pick it up, and we're gonna plop it down on this pan and just really hope, there we go, that it stays. We're gonna try it with the crescent roll as well. Worst case, I will eat the crescent roll one if it doesn't come out as good. I'm not really picky when it comes to food, so we'll give my husband the good one. All right, this dough is looking a little funny, but that's okay. It's got like a hole in it already, so we're gonna patch that up. Okay, maybe we could like stretch it out to make it into like thin crust. I mean, there's clearly a difference between pizza dough and like crescent dough. I mean, you could tell with like the texture, and I'm sure in like cook time it's gonna make a difference because we have the oven preheated to 425. That might be a little bit high for the crescent dough, but we're gonna wing it and see what happens. If I see that it's starting to like brown and burn, I'm just gonna take it out. So I'm gonna wash my hands. All right, so I gotta go off this bag of mozzarella cheese. Put a little bit more in here. Yeah, I'm really hoping that this works out with the crescent dough. I've been trying to make my own breads and like pizza doughs and stuff, so maybe next time I make this, I'll try and make my own pizza dough. That might be kind of fun. All right. Put some more filling in here, and I learned with the last one you don't want to put too much because then it's hard to roll. I mean, this looks really good. It smells really good. Okay. This one will be mine, so we're not gonna really be too fancy about this. Okay, that looks good. Still have a little bit of filling left over in the pan, but that's okay. All right. Time to roll this up. All right. Wish me luck. Okay. I mean, I feel more confident rolling this one up than I did the last one, just because the dough is just so much thicker. Okay, so we've got this, and I think you just kind of smush this in here. I mean, that looks good to me, right? I mean, I think it looks good. All right, so we're gonna plop this guy on the pan. Let's rub some olive oil all over here. Okay. We got these little chef knives. They're like junior knives for Jay because she loves to cook, and those plastic like kids knives, they just weren't doing it for her. I think she needed something a little bit more advanced, but our knives are really, really sharp. So we got her these fun little knives, and she loves them. So next we are going to cut some little slots up top because we want our stromboli to vent. Okay. Yeah, pizza dough is definitely easier to cut. So we're gonna go here. I hope I put enough cheese in it. Okay, so I kind of like did like 4 little cuts on top of my pizza dough. So they're looking like this. I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 425 for about, let's see, what does my recipe say? Maybe like 15 minutes, or probably until like the dough is starting to get like really brown. So we're gonna do that, and I guess I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Forgot that we need to brush these with the garlic first before putting it in. Got too excited. Now I'm going to put it in the oven to cook at 425 for about 15 minutes. All right, this is what we're looking at. A little sauce. The filling is good and looks great.
And it looks like it's gonna be yummy!